And then on a lighter note, I just wanted to have some fun. A couple of weeks ago, up to a month ago, Mr. Logical and I were talking about this new thing where the Big 12 was thinking about selling their rights to insurance companies or whoever so that they could get the naming rights for the conference. Everybody came up with like the Bucky's 12 and all those type of things, right? But now, we might have taken it a step further. We have the first move in this type of endorsement. So you got Mr. 305 Pitbull. Of course, you know him as a rapper. He's from Miami, and there's a school in Miami by the name of Florida International University. You might remember them from that old school fight with Miami. They haven't, they've played once or twice since then, but it's not really a thing, even though they're close by each other. So Pitbull paid for the naming rights of their football stadium, 20,000 seat stadium. He paid $1.2 million for 5 years. And in this deal, he's going to create an anthem for the school. He's going to post about the school at least 12 times a year on social media, and he's going to attend at least one fundraising event annually. Okay, I like it. He gets to use the stadium for 10 days out of the year, and he gets 2 reserve suites. So, I like that deal. Hopefully, we see more of this. Maybe not necessarily, I don't want a stadium called, like, say, Deadpool Stadium or something like that. But, if you look around the country, we associate certain celebrities with teams. Billy Crystal with the Clippers, Jack Nicholson with the Lakers, so on and so forth, right? So I just wanted to play around a little bit with some names, so let me know what you think. Shout some at me too. Let's talk about this for a second. So the first thing that came to mind for me, being a 80s baby, 90s baby, all that good stuff, was Harmony Stadium. Harmony Stadium out in Cleveland, of course, to honor the one and only Bone Thugs in Harmony. We already know Cleveland to be the dog pound, so there wouldn't be much fighting if we just referred to it as the Boneyard. The Boneyard. So, then their defense, we got these nicknames, back in the day, the Purple People Eaters, the Orange Crush, all that good stuff from back in the 70s and 80s. And now as I look at it, Cleveland's defense, who I think is going to be the best defense in the NFL this year, can be known as the Bone Collectors. Bone Thugs and Harmony. All right. So then now next, Birdman Arena down in New Orleans. Baby. Saying him from the Hot Boys, Cash Money, Young Money, all of the above. The Bird Coop, the Bird Cage down in New Orleans. I mean, it's better than Smoothie King Arena, right? And, of course, I could have came up with Lil Wayne, but I thought Tunchi Arena was like a little, I wasn't such a big fan of that. The Tunchi Superdome doesn't sound right because he represents the Green Bay Packers anyway. So that's why I didn't choose Lil Wayne, for those of you that's going to come back and say, Wayne puts on for New Orleans. Then I thought about Memphis, right? Justin Timberlake. He was the first person I thought of from Memphis that wasn't named 3-6 Mafia. So Timberlake Arena, you could do that where the Grizzlies play. We know it as the Grindhouse. Or if you want to honor 3-6 Mafia, the Liberty Bowl where the Memphis Tigers football team plays, that could be the Juice Bowl. And then, finally, this one might be my favorite just because of how ridiculous it is, right? So I thought about Jay-Z, former owner, partial owner of the Brooklyn Nets, representing Marcy Projects and all that. But I wanted Jay-Z on a bigger scale, so I gave him the New York Giants. They play at MetLife, share it with the Jets. I got something for that too. Sharing the stadium with the Jets. And I was thinking to myself, Jay-Z had an album called Rock La Familia. So why couldn't the stadium be Estadio de la Rock? Put that Spanish twang on it. Something along those lines to represent the dynasty era, Rockefeller, if he chose to go that way. Obviously, you know, we know the deal with Reasonable Doubt, the Masters, Dame Dash, all that kind of stuff like that. But this is my game. I make the rules. But like I said, since they share the stadium with the Jets, you got to show love to the Jets. And another one of my favorite rappers, Method Man, you know, representing Hempstead, Long Island, all that good stuff. The New York Jets, right? MetLife, it's Rockefeller by day, Shaolin by night. Welcome to Shaolin. You know, so those were just a few of my ideas, you know, as Pitbull takes over the stadium for 5 years. Maybe we'll see something like this continue. I like it. You know, we're in the NIL era, so these schools are finding different ways to make money now, especially now that they're going to be having to pay the players possibly in a few years. So, you know, share with me. Let me know in the comments. What's your ideas for a celebrity-themed stadium? Like, review, subscribe. 2-5 Sports Reports is ordered. Join us tomorrow night. Peace.